Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee. Now I'm going to show you another name seal for Linda Fox. Linda is in Australia and I have done a seal for her husband, Peter, earlier, and this one is for her. So we need to translate the name into Kanji or Chinese characters first. The meaning of the last name is used, so we would translate the name as a good, excellent fox, the animal. So in Chinese, hu, or in Japanese, kitsune is used, and we had discussion on what character to use for the good fox. So we can use ka or jia in Chinese, and I suggest to use liang or yoi, because liang in Chinese pronunciation is very similar to Linda. It starts with L. So we decided to use liang hu for Linda Fox. And next we designed some options. You can use a square stone or a oval kind of shape or rectangular stones. And finally we decided the square one, and we had combined some. We tried to play the different combinations and come up with this one. So in the design, on the computer, I can show you a very enlarged view, but when you get that, you need to shrink to the exact size of the stone, so you can have a real feel of it. This is the stone she has picked. It's a very beautiful chicken blood stone, you can see. And I have transferred the design onto the stone with a special liquid called acetone. It's a nail polish remover. You can also find it in hardware stores to remove. They use it for remove paints. And I have made a mirror image with a laser jet printout. It has to be a toner printer, not a inkjet. So I just hold it with pen, I think. Now I'm going to pick a knife. I usually use small when I work on the details, especially the rounded ones, the curved strokes, and I use a medium or large knife to cut the straight lines. So I would work on the edge to test the stone. This is a very fine stone, so we have no problem. It's one of the Changhua kind of stone, but with special color, natural cutting. This is called yang or positive carving. We cut out the background and leave the strokes in red. We sometimes I use a reference, a mirror image behind, just in case. It's very easy to flip it on the computer. Actually, Linda has helped me to edit the design with Photoshop. It's what the same program we use to carve it on the computer. So if you need some kind of use on logo, we cannot provide the vector format because we use Photoshop. It's a paint program rather than drawing program. Okay, now I'm going to work on the characters. I start with the character Yoi in Japanese or Liang in Chinese, meaning good. Excellent, good. We don't want the line to be too stiff, like a mechanic font. So we try to create the rhythm like a calligraphy with subtle pressure difference in lifting and pressing. So the knife is used as if the brush. So we call it iron brush in the art of seal engraving. We call this tool iron brush. Very subtle at the joints, so not overcut the corners. That's very important. I will do the scoping later, so we just focus on the contour, the outline. Now I'm going to work on this second character, Fox. has a common radical for all animals, and it's a dark radical actually. We call it. It's for many animals. Dark is very close to the fox. So the other half is the pronunciation. Hu. Chinese is called Hu. The seal script is the same in Japanese and Chinese because it hasn't changed much since the Han Dynasty. We call it the seal script or tensho, I think, in Japanese. Try and shoot. It's a big tail of the fox. Someone asked me, there's a style called needle seal script. It means the end of the stroke is pointed. So in most cases they're rounded, but needle seal script, the vertical lines has a point. This one is similar to that. This is common in the late Han Dynasty. I change a smaller knife to do this detail. I need to clean it up, and we'll come back with the first imprint. Okay, now you can see the seal is pretty much finished with sculpting and fine tuning. So I made the strokes look very clean. So now is the time to make an initial imprint, impression, like. So we use traditional seal paste. Okay. just press evenly like that, and then lift straight up. Wow, that's pretty. So that's it. The good fox, and I'm going to make an official imprint in my collection album. Okay. Now another copy for Linda. Okay, so there's no surprise with this seal, pretty much exactly as we designed. I really enjoyed this process, and I thank Linda for your trust and support, and thank everybody on YouTube for watching. If you like name seal or mood seal, please go to blueheronarts.com. Until next time, goodbye.